I've been feeling so down, yeah. Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why?
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new, my name's Emily, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something that has been very, very highly requested, and I'm going to be filming a how I edit on iMovie. I get asked so much about how I edit my videos on iMovie, so I'm going to be taking you guys through the process today. If you watched my last video on the work from home outfit ideas that I gave you guys, you will notice I am in the same shirt, and that is because I'm recording on the same day. I am going to be editing that video with you guys, so it will already be up by now. So if you haven't already seen it, make sure to go check that out. I will link that up here for you guys. But I'm gonna keep this intro short, as I say all the time, because I have a feeling that this video is going to be a long one because I have lots of steps in my editing process. So let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so I am going to do a screen recording for this. This is my first time doing a screen recording, so we will see how this goes. I also wanted to mention I am sorry if you guys hear background noise because I live by a very busy road. You guys know that if you watch my videos. Hopefully that will change soon once I move. But let's get into this because it is quite the process. So the first thing that I'm going to do is import the files that I want. It looks like my SD card is not showing up, so I'm going to take it out and then put it back in, and hopefully it will show up. Okay, there we go. So we have this guy right here, which is all of my files. They will pop up eventually once they load. This is so cute. Basically, I go through here, and the video that we are going to be editing today is going to be all of these clips that I have of 10 work from home outfits. It will already be up, so if you guys want to go check that out, I will link it above for you guys. But we are going to get to editing this. So the first clips that I am going to add in are going to be all of these that I know are for this video. I just select them all and then hit import selected. Now, while those are importing, I'm going to go back and find the intro. I did 2 different intros. Obviously, you see there are a lot of mess ups in here. Okay, so now that I listened to this one, this is the one that I filmed for the work from home outfits, so we're gonna import this as well. So as you can see, this little guy here means that is still importing, and then you can also see up here the process. So like all of these that don't have the circles are imported, and then you can see these are all processing. Okay, so now that all of these are imported, what I'm going to do is start out with the intro and the outro. So I filmed my intro and my outro actually in one clip. So I am just going to, this is how you make the size of the clip bigger. So I normally go to this second to last one because this one's a little bit much. So I was fixing my hair in this whole beginning part. So I am going to go right here to where I start talking. This is something that I just recently learned. So I used to double click and then hit split clip. This will be different, I think, depending on what type of computer you have. I have a MacBook Pro, and I just realized that this little thing over here means that you can hit Command B to split clip, and it is so much easier. So I would definitely recommend doing that when you're splitting clips, because I think that doing the editing of taking out breaths and certain parts is definitely the longest, or what is the most time consuming. So then I just hit the delete button and take that out. And then one thing I wanted to show you guys is, I'm gonna mute this for a second so that it doesn't throw me off when I'm talking. In here, this is obviously the sound that the video is picking up, and as you can see in spots like this, that is where I'm taking breaths. So I normally cut a lot of those out. I've been getting away from doing every single one of them because I feel like it splits the clip too much if you do all of them, but I normally just do this if they are a longer breath and then take it out, and it just makes it a lot more seamless. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name's Emily. I make new videos every Sunday, and in today's video we are going to be doing something I'm very excited for because I am... So like right here, I am going to want to take these out. And I'm going to take out the word because too, because it's not really needed. I'm very excited 2024, I am finally able to say that I am transitioning into a new job, and that is kind of something that this video is going to be based around. Alright, and then we're just going to keep doing that. So you guys get the gist on that. The next thing that I'm going to do is make this a little bit smaller and then go into where I find that the intro splits from the outro. So it's this last part. Go in again and cut that so that we know that this part is the outro. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in and finish just cutting the clips from the intro so that they're all seamless and smooth. That's really all that I do. And then we will come back and I will take you guys through the next step. Okay, so the next thing that I normally do, sometimes I do this before, but I, for some reason, always forget, is I go in and change the color correction. My videos normally tend to be a little bit more like orangey because I use a lot of natural lighting and I like them to be a bit cooler toned. So I just click on a spot to have that saved and then go up here to this little color palette. And then honestly, I don't really have a certain way that I do this for every video. I normally bring this down a little bit just to get some of the orangey out, but I'm talking like a very, very little bit. I normally bring the saturation up a little bit more, and then these I just play around with depending on the video. The lighting in this is actually pretty good, so I'll probably leave it around there. Like, I barely changed these, but I do feel like it makes such a difference. You can tell in these clips how different they are. So then the next thing I do is click on it and then I hit Command C to copy it, and then I will select all of these clips in here, go up here to edit, and then hit paste adjustments and just paste the color correction. And then that way all of my clips are the same color. As you guys saw, I went ahead and finished doing the cuts and splits of the intro. So this last clip over here is the outro. I'm just gonna leave that there for now, but I know that this is where it separates because this isn't edited and this is. Now I'm going to work on going back in. As you guys can see, I do a lot of movement with this. It's just easier to navigate depending on what I'm doing. Also, super cute face we have going on right here. Love that. But I am going to go ahead and take all of these different clips and then throw them right in between these because I know that this is where I want them. I also don't always record in order depending on the video. So like, I know that I want this clip right here of me putting my little slippers on to be in the beginning. And so I just put that right there, and then I am going to have to go in and put these all where they belong to. So I filmed these little clips of me laying out the clothes on my bed that I wanted to put in before I actually showed out the outfit. So now we're just going to match them up. So there's an outfit right here and then me wearing it. And then I need this to go to this one, and we're just gonna keep doing this until it is all in order. Okay, and then there is gonna be one last clip that I wanted to import, or a few last clips I should say, of my gold jewelry, so I'm gonna go in and import those. And then one thing that I didn't do the first time that I am gonna do this time is when I import the gold jewelry, after I get these put in, I'm gonna go through and color correct all of these. But what I'm gonna do, so I kind of do the color correction depending on where I'm at. So like these laying on the bed will be all the same color correction, and then the ones of me standing up are going to be all the same color correction, and so on and so forth. So I think I like how that looks. So what I mean by that is, so these two are laying on the bed, so I'm going to go here and color correct those. This is laying on the bed. This one, the black showed a little weird just because of the lighting. So I might have to play around with this one just to make sure that it shows how dark I want it. And I'm also going to pull down the saturation a little bit because this one just filmed really odd. Okay, that's much, much better than it originally was. Okay, so now that the color correction is done on everything, I am just going to go through and do the voiceover for this. I do the voiceover by using the voice memos on my phone because I found that it's so much better quality than the voiceover on iMovie through my Mac. So then I import it. So I am going to cut this voice recording and film this one and then import it and show you guys how I do voiceovers as well. Okay, so now that I did my voice recordings, I just airdropped them to my computer and then added them in here, as you guys can tell. And then what I do from here is I make this go further, and then I go through here, scroll all the way back to the beginning, and then I start to go through and cut the clips to match my voice recording. So as you can see right here, my voice recording doesn't start until here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that out and then move this back to the beginning of my slipper clip. Then I will listen to all of this and then find the spot where I stopped talking about my slippers, and then I will edit this video to match. So I'll show you guys now what I mean. First thing that I would definitely recommend if you are working from home is getting yourself a comfy pair of slippers. So we're gonna take that out because it's a breath. I have these as my summer ones, but then I also have a winter pair. I will link a pair like these down below. I got these from Walmart, but they have really similar ones on Amazon. Then once you have your slippers of choice, so I'm going to cut this here. Again, I'm going to move this one a little bit further this way. Once you have your slippers of choice, we are... Okay, so right here is where I need the next clip to start. So we're going to cut this one here, take that out, and then go back through and edit this because there are some parts that I don't want in there. Now that I have this where I want it, I'll play a little bit for you guys. Then once you have your slippers of choice, we are going to start off with these super cute pants from Amazon. So as you guys probably noticed, it lags a little bit sometimes in iMovie. I think it could be because the percentage that my battery's at right now. This is just something that happens for me. Working in iMovie, there are some tweaks here and there that you just figure out as you go, but it won't save like that when you export your video, so you just kind of have to give it a little grace. But now that I am going through this, I am just going to finish up cutting these clips to match the voiceover. And I did move the voiceover. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a little dark line right here, and when it's down here, it doesn't move with the clip. So like if I delete this clip, this stays in the same spot. I'm going to put that back. But the reason that I did that is because if I were to have taken these and kept them up here, when you delete clips, if it's attached to that video, then the sound goes away as well. And obviously we don't want that. So like I said, I'm going to continue doing this. And then once I am all done with the voiceover, I will come back. Okay guys, so I have now gotten done editing through all of these clips and the voiceovers. I only went through and cropped out what I didn't want. That's literally only thing that I've done. And now I am just going to go in here and pull up my YouTube folder, and now we are going to get into adding different things. So the first thing that I always put at the beginning of my videos is my intro. So I made this little intro on Canva and iMovie. I made these like graphics on Canva, and then I put it all together and matched it with the music on iMovie so that I could just export it and then throw it into the beginning of all of my videos. And then we are also going to go in and add different things like the subscribe button, my Instagram handle, and just different things like that. But before we do that, another thing that I really like to do is go through and just grab cute little clips and then put them at the beginning and then do almost like a little preview of the video. So I'm gonna go through and find a few clips that I really like, and then I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste those to the beginning. Okay, so now that I have the clips that I want, I normally shorten all of them down to about 1 second. So I just pick the 1 second that I want. So I will delete that, move it, and then I think I'm gonna go with this end part. So there we go. And then I have about a second, a little bit longer than I want. So we're just gonna keep cropping it down essentially until it's at where I want it. So now that's at about 1 second. So now that we have those, next I will go into Canva and I will make the design. So I just go in here and I have all of these different overlays. So essentially what I'm going to do is I am just going to copy this page and then type in here 10 work, we're going to capitalize these, work from home outfit ideas. And then if I'm not going to change what it says, like how I did up here, I did welcome to my new apartment series. If I'm not going to change it, what I like to do is to copy this and then just make this a little bit smaller and then recenter it, and then I'll have it fade in and out. So then I just hit download, transparent background, and then only pick these 2 pages, and we're going to download these. And then they're going to be saved to my desktop. And so I'm going to go over here, open this. I can delete the zip file and then grab these and throw them in here. So then I am going to drag these over here, and as you can see, it automatically puts them at 4 seconds. So we're just going to shorten them. Let's do 1 second each. Copy and paste these until they fill, and then I will delete these and just leave it at the end of this one. So then I'll go through, select all of these and go through here, and this is how you change how your text looks. So I just hit fit so that they don't do this weird fade out thing. I'll show you guys what it does. So it goes like that and we don't want it to move. So I'm going to select all of them, go to this little crop button and then hit fit, and then you guys will see they don't move, they just pop in and out now. Now that I have finished putting these in here, I just took the same sound and drug it into iMovie to make it longer to fit. And then you can pull this little circle over here to make it fade out. So now it will sound like this.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my...
And I actually think I want to drag this out a little bit more and then pull this back.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube.
And I still feel like that's a little bit rough, so we're gonna pull it back more.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
That's a much better transition, so we are going to keep that. And then I'm not going to do any music, but I am going to put some background music in this part, but not in the intro or the outro. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my folder with all of my YouTube stuff, and then I have a music folder, and this is all copyright free music. I get it from Thematic, and so I'm just gonna listen to some of these and decide which one that I want. Okay, I think I like this one, so we are going to drag this in here, put it right about there. Don't need that anymore, so I'm gonna drag this over here. And we are going to fade this in quite a bit, and then we are going to take this like almost all the way down because we want my voiceover to be the focus.
Okay guys, so the first thing that I would definitely recommend if you are working from home is getting yourself a comfy pair of slippers. I have these as my summer ones, but then I also have...
So that's perfect because you can hear it just barely to have some nice little background music, but it's not overtaking my voice. And then we're just gonna literally paste the same thing, but we're not gonna put a transition. Make sure it sounds okay.
Around the house all day because, as I've said a million times already.
Okay, so you can't even hear the transition, and that's exactly what we want. We are gonna copy and paste it again. And does that cut off literally perfectly? I think that it does.
The last item that I love wearing are these chunky little hoop earrings.
Okay, that's literally perfect. I don't think it could have ended up any more perfect. So there we go. Now it is...
Alright, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much.
And then the next thing, now that we have the music in there, that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I keep doing that when I can just go in here, but I'm going to go in and do my little background thing. So I have a video graphics. I also made this on Canva, and I am just going to fit that again. I like to put a white transition, so I just go to transitions and then fade to white and then do that in here. I like to go to this second one just because it works better, and then you drag this out to 20 seconds so that you can have your end screen where it will show on YouTube, my next video, my channel, and then my new upload. And then this is what it looks like. So now we're gonna put the music in for it. So we're gonna go back to music, and I think that I want to do this song. We're gonna drag it into the end just a little bit and then pull it out.
Comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.
And sometimes when they have really long intros like this, I just go ahead and crop it since we're gonna fade it in anyways, and then I will pull it to closer there, and then I'll do it this way.
And I will see you guys in my next video.
She baby at the college. Her friends play my songs and they been following.
And then I cut it off at the end just like that and delete the rest, because if you leave the rest, it will leave a really long black screen playing all the rest of the song. So the last few final touches that I like to put in, I'm going back to my little YouTube folder, and I made these other graphics, one of which is a transparent subscribe button, my YouTube following, and then my Instagram, and then my Instagram sticker, and I just am gonna throw those in there randomly, and then we will copy and paste them where I need them to go later. I made these all on Canva with transparent backgrounds, so they show up like this. I normally put the subscribe button when I introduce myself.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name's Emily. I make new videos every Sunday. And
so right around the beginning of this, I'm just going to kind of randomly throw this in there, and then we're going to go back, make this longer, and then I am going to go, and I have a specific sound for the subscribe click in my folder. I keep exiting out of this, so sorry, but I have a sound saved in sound effects, and then I just go in here, and this one is a little bit long, so then I go next to it, crop it, delete, and then pull this so that it matches. Then next thing that I do is I go in here again, go to crop, hit fit so that it doesn't do that weird fade thing, and then I go to these two little squares and then go from cutaway to picture in picture, and then this way it lets you make it whatever size you want and then move it wherever you want. And then iMovie does this really annoying thing where it will give you these weird fade ins, and we do not want that. So I am going to take this little guy and move it back, and as you can see on the right side, it does it for both sides. So then we have this.
my name's Emily. I make new videos every Sunday,
and that is how you do that. So then again, I take this little guy, we're going to copy it, delete him there, and then move him up closer and paste him here. And then for this one, because of the way that I have it formatted, I don't normally need to move it around. I can just hit fit, and then it is how I want it to be. But then as you guys can see, I went into audio, and the bottle cork is already selected because that's really the only audio from iMovie that I use. And I will drag it in here, make sure that it lines up correctly, and then normally I will turn this one down to about 60 because it's very loud for some reason. So just anywhere in the 60s, and then we have this.
able to say that I am transitioning into a new job, and that is kind of something.
And then I normally make this one quite a bit longer so that if people want to get my username from it, they have time to do that. And then this one, I like to randomly pop this up in the middle of the video just as a reminder for people to follow me on Instagram. So I'll normally scroll until this bar at the bottom is generally in the middle, just pick a random spot, make sure that this is somewhat in the middle, and then paste this here. And then we're going to do a similar thing to what we did, basically the same exact thing, to the subscribe button. So we go here, hit fit, picture in picture, and then we're going to make this the size that I want it. I normally do it about there. Put it in this bottom corner, and then make sure that it's not doing that weird fade thing. And then I, once again, grab the bottle cork. Make sure, a lot of times you have to make this bigger to make sure that it's lined up, because as you guys can now see, it's not lined up. And pull the audio down a little bit so it's not so loud, and then we will have this.
Just super comfy, and I am perfectly fine with wearing it.
And then I normally will make this smaller and leave this one going for about 30 seconds. So just anywhere around there, and then it'll just be in that corner. So then what I do, so that I don't have to reformat this whole subscribe button and the sound effect that I put in, I will copy this whole thing, just Command C, and then I will go all the way down here. And I put this at the very end, not because we're going to keep it there, but because if I put it in the middle over here where I need it, it's going to crop this clip, and we don't want it to do that. So then I just drag it over here. And same with this guy. There is a way that you can just copy this and the sound and then paste it, but I keep forgetting how to do that. So I just do this and then delete this clip. And then I always line up my subscribe button at the end to where I actually say subscribe. So the subscribe button is pretty much in the right spot, but again, we're going to make this bigger and move this so that it matches. And then we're going to make this shorter because we don't want it in the middle of that screen. So we're going to move this back so that it matches. Move this, and then we have this.
Comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.
And then also make sure that this is long enough.
Comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.
So yeah, then the end result pretty much looks like this. It is quite a bit of work. Each video takes me at least 2 hours to anywhere from 5 hours, depending on where or how long the video is. I did this throughout quite a few different parts of today, but I really do enjoy the editing process, and I wanted to give you guys a really inclusive one that included a voiceover, lots of different clips and things like that, because this one was a bit more work than a regular video that I would do just sitting down and talking. Alright guys, and that is the step-by-step process of how I edit my videos on iMovie. I hope that this helped you guys learn how you could potentially use iMovie, and as always, if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or if you want to private message me, I will link my Instagram for you guys in the description box and pop it up on the screen for you, and feel free to send me a message on there as well. As always, please make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.
I just got a message from my new dude. Where you at? Question mark, blues, clues. I sat in the house and he said come through. I jumped in the car and it was zoom, zoom. I think I pulled up too soon. I just sent a message saying get me from the front. He came out to see me, he was con